page 2, and for the 9 weeks review, and we're going to dive in starting with problem number 16. So for 16, this is actually a quotient rule. So my derivative f prime of x is going to be a fraction. My low is 3x, but my d high would be 1 over x. My second low d high minus high, my natural log of x, d low is 3, square the bottom, 3x quantity squared, and away we go. Here's what you need to remember algebraically. This is technically over 1, the x's cancel, so this turns out to be a 3 subtract 3 natural log of x all over 9x squared. Hey, look at this, a 3, a 3, and a 9. They all reduce. So you can give this to me as 1 minus natural log of x all over 3x squared, or if you want to change it to 1 over 3x squared, subtract natural log of x over 3x squared, that's fine with me. Second problem, as it's a natural log, so this is all of my u, and my u has a trig in it, so it's going to take a little time. I know that since it starts off with a natural log, my derivative is a fraction. And I know that the bottom is going to be cosine of 2x plus 5. So now it's just a matter of the top. Derivative of cosine is negative sine, and the argument stays the same, so the 2x plus 5 stays with it, and then that's times the derivative of the argument, which is 2. Cleaning it up, negative 2 sine of my 2x plus 5 is going to be divided by the cosine of 2x plus 5. Okay, on to the next one, find the derivative. This is a base, not e. So my derivative is, copy the entire problem, 8 raised to the 3x squared plus 2 power times the derivative of the exponent, that would be 6x, times the natural log of the base 8. There's no changing that. On to the back side of this page. So for the back side of this page, starting with number 25, it's a product rule. Can you guys see 1, 2? So knowing that y prime equals, first term is 8e to the 2x times the derivative of sine is cosine x, derivative of x is 1, added on to the second, that's sine of x, times the derivative, which would be 8e to the 2x times 2. So cleaning this up, 8e to the 2x cosine x, and adding it on to 16e to the 2x sine of x. Done. And on to number 28, finding the second derivative. Well, first of all, you guys got to see that this is a product that we're going to start off with. Space is going to be tight, so I'm going to use up all of this. So my first part, 3 minus 2x, derivative of the second, e to the 4x times 4. Added on to the second term, e to the 4x, derivative of the inside is negative 2. So I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to distribute. That means this 3 is times all of that, this 2x is times all of that, and when I do that, I end up with 12e to the 4x, subtract 2x, e to the 4x, and I'm subtracting a 2e to the 4x. And why did I do that? Because look at, I got like terms, so I don't have so many terms for the second derivative. My first derivative is 10e to the 4x minus 2x e to the 4x. So now when I come to my second derivative, first term, the 10 comes down, e to the 4x times 4. Now, for the second term, it has an x and an e to the x, so I'm doing a product rule. So my first term is negative 2x, and then its derivative of the second is e to the 4x times 4. And then I'm going to add that to the second term, e to the 4x, times the derivative of the first, which would be negative 2. Again, combined as many things as I can, I get 40 e to the 4x, subtract 8x e to the 4x, and subtract 2 e to the 4x. Oh, 2e to the 4x. I lost track of where I was at on this problem. Oh, the last term times the derivative here. And combining like terms now, I would get 38e to the 4x minus 8e to the 4x. For some reason that doesn't sound right to me, but mathematically, if I've done everything okay, derivative of the first term, derivative of the second, added on to the second term, derivative of the first. I think that's right. Okay, so for 31, when I see logs, first thing that I'm going to do is I always rewrite this. This would be log base 3 of x squared plus 2, subtract log base 3 of x plus 3. So now it's just a matter of, for my derivative, following my rule, which would say derivative of the top, 2x, all over x squared plus 2, natural log of 3. Now, this is grouped together. That natural log of 3 would have to be multiplied by it. Subtract 1 over x plus 3, natural log of 3. And I've been letting you keep this, but this test is going to be multiple choice. So I know that what the multiple choice is going to do is it's going to create a common denominator. And please note that I've already started to write the common denominator. Notice both of them have a natural log of 3. I need the x plus 2 and an x plus 3. So this piece here would be x plus 3 and x plus 3 I'd multiply by, which would give me 6. I can't multiply, which would give me 2x squared plus 6x. Subtract, the second one would have to be multiplied by the x squared plus 2 and the x squared plus 2. And when I do that, I'm going to have x squared plus 2, which then I have to give plus negative, negative. And my final answer is going to be x squared plus 6x minus 2 all over that common denominator of x squared plus 2, x plus 3 times the natural log of 3. Okay, last one. Straightforward formula. There's my u. My derivative is going to be 5 over the square root of 1 subtract 5x quantity squared, which you should multiply out, and that's the square root of 1 minus 25x squared. Okay, that takes care of page 2.